Would you like to sell your house fast for cash, but are wondering if there's a catch with those cash home buyers? Hi, my name is Ben Sochek. I'm with 7 Days Cash by Home Downsizing Solutions. And there certainly are good companies out there that buy houses for cash. There are also, just like in any occupation or environment, there's some what I think are bad actors as well. Uh, and so I'd like to go over a few of the items to be mindful of and to watch out for when you do talk to companies that are or claim to be cash home buyers. If a person goes to the internet and of course does a search for selling your house, you're going to have a lot of things pop up. And you're not necessarily going to know which ones are the good guys, the reputable, legitimate ones, versus ones that are what we term wholesalers, which after they get a contract, they just try and flip that contract. They typically have no intent or sometimes no ability to buy your house, whether they say they can or not. So the things you want to watch for, one, typically what I hear when I go and talk to sellers that have called me is that they've chosen my company because I'm local. I have a local presence, and they can see that I have had a local presence for a long time, in our case more than 25 years. The other thing that we do that I think is necessary, that some companies try and take a shortcut on, is we actually go out and look at the house before making an offer on it. Our process is that when a person contacts us, we will call them back, take some information, additional information in regards to the house, in regards to the situation and how we can help them best. And then we do research on the property that we can online. And then we actually go out and look at the house and meet with the seller to confirm the condition of the house, confirm what needs to be done or what needs to be repaired and updated. And I like to talk to a seller to better understand their situation, to see really how best we can help them. Because sometimes buying a house quickly for cash isn't necessarily the best option for them. And so that's why in our case anyway, we have multiple options that we can offer to a seller to match what they need to have happen for them. But there are companies out there that will, mainly because they're not located in a local environment, local geographic area, they actually try and buy or get houses under contract remotely. They will send inspectors out that have no real interest in the property. And that in and of itself isn't necessarily bad, because a good inspection company will do a thorough inspection to the house. But it's tough to, in my opinion, it's tough to understand how we best can help them, how we best can help you as a seller, if we're not at your house talking to you and getting a better understanding of how we best can help and provide the right solution to you. These companies are, from my experience anyway, looking at quotas. They do a lot of marketing to try and get leads to contact them. Sometimes they do a lot of cold calling or cold texting, which is something that I don't believe in. I don't like being cold called and people sending me texts when they have when I have not asked for their communications. But they do a lot of marketing to generate leads, to and they have a good script, they have good salespeople on the phone, and somehow they're able to actually convince people to sign a contract, accept an offer and sign a contract to sell the house without even meeting them. And what can often happen is, if the inspection isn't correct, if they actually do go out to the house after they get the contract, they will often tell the seller that that they didn't realize that there were certain things wrong with the house, or that the seller hadn't disclosed certain things. And so their offer that they've made will often change. and not for the benefit of you, the seller. And their next step is that instead of buying the house and closing immediately, which is what a lot of people want, is that's why they're calling a cash home buyer, is to sell the house quickly for cash. That's one of the benefits of why a person sells a house in this manner. These companies will ask for a 21 to 30 day or more closing time, or time to close. And in that time, of course, they do the inspection, and then they will ask that their contractors, quote unquote contractors, will come in and take a look at the house to get bids. And these contractors are actually potential buyers for them for the contract. And if they've overpromised, if they haven't given the right situation or condition to the sellers, then those buyers will not close, and they'll either try and renegotiate with you for the lower price, or they will just walk away, knowing that that's part of their business model, is they're only going to close a certain percentage of the contracts that they actually get on paper. And so that could leave you, the seller, in a very precarious position because you thought the house was sold. So those are things to be very careful of. In our case, we're a local company where we operate typically in the Omaha and Lincoln, Nebraska areas and surrounding areas. And we work with local title companies that know us and know that we actually close and buy if we say that we're going to close and buy the house. We can typically close within 7 days or less, so we don't have to give a person a made-up time frame to get other potential buyers in. We actually are the buyers and we close on the property. And of course, sometimes we allow a seller to stay in the house for some period of time to make the transition to their new home. So if you would like to discuss more about how we can help, if you would like to find a real legitimate cash home buyer that you can work with and trust, contact us at 7dayscash.com. That's the number 7dayscash.com, and we'd be happy to help you in whatever way that we can. Thank you.